welcome back to that time of the week where you tune in, blast off and space out. Tonight, high kitchen, hyperspace, as the queen of outer space herself holds court. And we step back to a time when sexism passed for entertainment, otherwise known as popular science.
Popular science is specializing to an unprecedented degree in the recontouring of American women. Monty McLeavy is distinguished as a streamliner, having invented many devices designed to flatten out the bulges or vice versa. The lady complains that one hip is an inch larger than the other, a defect easily corrected here where science adds beauty by subtracting bulk. Excess weight is removed as athletes take on the leanness of leopards by exercising. Only here, machinery does all the hard work. In this highly mechanized age, even symmetry is machined too. The adjustable rollers exert a firm, steady pressure which molds the tissues that have accumulated layers of fat. While nature loves curves, there can be too much of a good thing, fundamentally speaking. The chair you see has a rolling bottom. This puts the weight on her back, but makes the calves slender. And this takes the weight off her back. Tons of fat are being rolled away, we can't say where, by the mechanized forces of beauty culture, while thousands all over the country pedal their way to lithe-limbed perfection. The exercise is excellent all-round bodybuilding. This helps, we were going to say, no end, but, well, there'll be less of the lady in shorts shortly. Vapor baths remove body poisons, promoting physical fitness. This is nature's way to loveliness. Combining the old with the new, Swedish massage is in great demand. A relaxation following the exhilarating contact with the strange instruments that popular science has dedicated to the reduction of the ladies. God bless them. May there be a general reduction of everything except the expanse of their smiles. Popular science presents a new idea in feminine facial adornment. When it comes to applying makeup, a woman's work is never done, and the time she spends repairing it makes her a slave to her desire for beauty. To her rescue comes Dr. J.H. Bell, plastic surgeon of London, England, with a scientific process that makes its application permanent. Colors that harmonize with hair, eyes, and natural flesh tones are injected into the skin with an electric needle, although a local anesthetic makes the operation painless. Working from the center of the cheek where the tint is deepest and shading lightly toward the untinted edges, the doctor combines artistic sense with surgical skill. The lips also are tinted with a permanent flush of youth. And here's where the boyfriend gets a break. The new permanent makeup leaves no evidence of the most hectic encounter. But as the color is put on to stay, the woman who would be everlastingly beautiful must make up her mind she is going to like it. For once the operation is performed, well, it's her face and she's stuck with it. Popular science linked with imagination and enterprise has converted the deluxe basement of a skyscraping hotel in Brooklyn, New York, into a year-round, sun-drenched vacation land, where, for instance, we see this ultraviolet lamp pinch-hitting for old Sol and doing the job without burning or tanning the most delicate skin. But should you prefer the mountains, here is the newest device for bringing the mountains to you. It simulates at sea level a sun bath on the heights, together with pine-scented ozone. At Brooklyn's all-year summer resort, the sun's curative rays are tapped in January as well as in June by this multiple wave oscillator, which concentrates electrode frequencies with much energy but little heat to play upon the delicate skin with great therapeutic results, removing wrinkles when and if found, but never disturbing a dimple. This lady is getting a week and some weight off in an hour spent in an electric sweatbox. Through perspiration, she accomplishes quickly the elimination of toxic secretions. Dehydrating the body promotes thirst, but only water is served at this all-year resort. This newest of gadgets is a fever-making reducer, and this St. George expert who gives the treatments is a physician who knows to what degree, up to 106, he can safely turn on the heat. This oscillating mechanism is a very friendly reducer. Each rubber-tired roller skates around on an independent axis, while the machine as a whole moves in a circle, streamlining the form by removing what is superfluous to symmetry. An all-year resort for sun and health worshippers, all seasons equally sunlit and favorable to the destruction of infective germs, besides bringing to the heart of a great city all the cuticle comforts of the country, including summer showers.
We've spoken of gopher feathers, but you didn't expect we were going to show you any. And that Georgia peach you're looking at isn't what we're talking about. We're talking about peach fuzz, gopher feathers for the king's pillows, and a machine which shaves the peaches until they're as smooth as the skin of an apple. This new and ingenious peach diffuser removes the fuzz which sets your teeth on edge by the friction of caressing brushes. And the peaches, lured by gravity, make their way through the diffuser, from which they will roll on surfaces as polished as a billiard ball. As one peach to another. The only catch is what to do with the fuzz. There aren't enough kings in the world to need pillows stuffed with gopher feathers. As yet, no use has been found for this feathery product. But its removal will be welcomed by thousands who have to peel their peaches before eating them. And yet it is so soft. But the smooth-skinned fruit finds its own market and will prove that popular science can glamorize even a peach. And we're still not talking about the peach you're looking at.
Who says a woman's work is never done? Snugly entrenched in her boudoir, this young lady seems to find life pretty good. Adding to her contentment, modern science proffers a cigarette, already lighted. Progress indeed. Now the only exertion is smoking it. Well, let's get on with the story before it's time for bed. Uh-oh, trouble at hand, a rough nail. But this new electric manicurist will soon take care of that. With attachments for filing and buffing nails, working over the cuticle and oil massaging, every girl can have beauty at her fingertips. In fact, the entire procedure of making ready for Morpheus is entering a new era of amazing efficiency. Removing hairpins is child's play with this magnetic retriever. No longer must a gal skirmish about her tresses in search of stray pins. With this product of pure genius, they pop out as though trained. Hair is still brushed in the age-old way, but in the next operation, there's a new twist. For this novel comb has a hair roller and an unusual bobby pin holder. Now to see how it performs. Comb and curler make an efficient combination. But here's the payoff. And a very neat little trick it is. An elegant coiffure all ready for the coming day. But here we go again. Isn't this something? Cold cream on tap with just a touch. And so to bed for the final luxury. Soft music accompanying her to the land of dreams. Music from an obedient new radio clock that turns itself off after her safe arrival and will gently awaken her in the morning. With this modern device, the music will be only for her ears. May our neighbors everywhere please copy. Thus, popular science is making this an easier and quieter world to live in.
Tonight's film, Queen of Outer Space, has been described by some as the best worst film ever made. The film charts the adventures of 4 intrepid astronauts who crash land on a Venus populated entirely by mini-skirted women in heavy makeup and ruled over by the mysteriously masked Queen of the title. But the guys have got a nasty shock in store. Because the women on this planet aren't too keen on men.
I hate them! I hate them! I hate them! I hate them!
And the boys are duly banged up in a prison cell, which looks like a large dining room.
Well, Venus is an awfully nice place to visit, but I certainly wouldn't want to live here.
Well, they should have listened earlier when Larry's girlfriend uttered the prophetic warning.
Larry, spaceships are dangerous.
Fortunately for the boys, the Queen takes a shine to the captain, and he has the chance to schmooze his way to freedom. Sadly, the Cap strikes out, but help is on hand in the shape of Talia, fantastically played by the heavily accented Jar Jar Gabor.
I know everything. I heard the verdict.
Jar Jar is a glamorous scientist who spends her time conducting bizarre experiments with plants and various coloured liquids. She liberates the guys and warns them of the Queen's plan to destroy the Earth with the Beta Disintegrator, a terrifying weapon cunningly disguised as a Wendy house with a large daisy on top. The guys are amazed.
How could a bunch of women invent a gizmo like that?
Sure, and even if they invented it, how could they aim it? You know how women drivers are.
The major problem with this hilarious piece of intergalactic hokum is that it was written as a spoof, but the director didn't realize and shot it as a cheap quickie. The resulting cocktail of kitsch is a patchwork of bits of sets and effects from old films, ranging from the impressive blast-off to the not-so-impressive cardboard rocket on a string. To my particular favorite, the amazing stuffed spider. But despite the ragged edges, or maybe even because of them, the film is hugely enjoyable and managed to be so awful, it's actually funny. There's even one half-decent special effect to watch out for when the dashing Captain Patterson unmasks the psychotic Queen.
Let me see your face.
But to see her face, you'll have to stay tuned, as Spaced Out now introduces you to Her Most Royal Highness, the Queen of Outer Space.